KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle TV in association with Macklin's in Marbella. There we go, get you in a better light.
I'm not talking about Stormzy, Dylan White, Chisora, Frank Bruno, and anything else you want controversial. I know what you're up to, Cassius.
Well, not even Frank Bruno apparently making a comeback.
Oh no, I've had about 3 or 4 calls for my thoughts on it.
What are your thoughts on it?
I told you. Frank Bruno is a legend of British boxing. He's a national institution, but of course he shouldn't be boxing again. But you know, I hope it's just a suggestion.
I've got my title already. HEARN claims Bruno shouldn't box again. Anyway.
No, you won't.
Eggington SKEETE won the purse bids.
Yep.
It was very refreshing to see you, Andy Ayling from Queensberry, on the top table, and I don't know, barriers have been broken.
I enjoyed it. It's good. It's good. I mean, as you know, I don't really mind who I work with if it makes sense, and I've known Andy a long time. Andy used to work for Matchroom many years ago, so I've known Andy probably since I was 12, 13, something like that. So, you know, and they really fancied a fight. That's why they're here. You know, Sam he didn't want to vacate the belt, so he went in for a purse bid. If we were losing the purse bid, we were going to London. I know they don't think we were, but trust me, Sam wasn't vacating the title. So, you know, Andy's got a few quid on it with my old man, which I said, if we win that bet, that's going to Sam. That bet. I'm not interested in taking the money. I asked Andy if that was the same for Brad, but I'm not sure. But so I like Bradley Skeete. He's a good fighter, and he's a nice bloke as well. I think he's got a very intelligent boxing brain. It's a classic boxer v fighter in Skeete against Eggington. But something about Sam Eggington, you know, and we've invested a lot of time. He's given everything back. You know, he's given us so much enjoyment. He's given us some great fights. We sent him out to Vegas recently with Mike McCullum sparring out there, and you know they rated him very highly out there. But he's 22 years of age, you know, and this is a great story. And I think March the 5th he gets a chance at the Eggington Arena, which is a new resort here. It's fantastic in Birmingham, and I think it's a great card as well. You know, it's some huge fights for Birmingham. John Pegg's helped us put on some great little trade clashes as well, even right the way through the undercard as well. So it's a big night of boxing, and you know, we said that we had a plan for Birmingham, and this is our 3rd show now, probably within a year. So you know, we're here to stay.
2015 was a huge year for Sam Eggington, and obviously when you talk to him, you know, about what he wants to do for this year, he's focused on winning the Lonsdale belt outright. But there's going to come a point, if he keeps winning, that you're going to have to start sort of thinking of some sort of world route for him.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, the story behind Sam Eggington is a great story, and not a lot of people know about it. You know, he turned up in the gym at John Pegg's gym, and he said, I want to get into boxing to make some money, so I'm going to be a journeyman, as a lot of people do in Peggy's gym. And you know, he said, I said, okay, get in and do some sparring. And Peggy said, you're never going to make it as a journeyman. And he said, why? I did all right. He said, no. He said, you're just too tough. You're too game. He said, Dano's going to want to match their kids against you. He was 18, so he had a couple of fights, and then he went into prize fighter for the first time, and he was only 19. And he got decked in the first round against Dale Evans. Yeah, but it was an incredible fight. And I just thought, wow, that kid's tough, you know. And he looked like he'd hardly laced up a pair of gloves. You know, he sort of came out. Old pair of shorts, boots were all tatty, you know. And I thought, well, he's entertaining. I think we gave him a break somewhere, and he kept on going. And Peggy was on at me all the time. And his first real big fight for us was the Denton Vassell fight, you know, in Manchester. And you know, he went effectively into the Lions Den there, and that was again, you know, an incredible fight. And he got hurt in that fight, and he came back and stopped Denton Vassell. Fantastic performance. Then he went and boxed Singleton, which was a tough fight for him at the time in Hull. I thought he boxed fantastically well. He destroyed Singleton on that night. He was fantastic. Then went on, won the British title from Glenn Foote. You know, he won the Commonwealth in Birmingham. Then went and boxed Glenn Foote, which everyone thought would be a tough fight. He won that fight easy. And then he fought Dale Evans, which was a pull-out after the Gavin fight. Got decked and come on in another Fight of the Year contender. So he's a great fighter, and this is a different kind of fight. You know, I think Dale Evans is a fantastic fighter, and you know but Skeete is an excellent boxer. So styles are going to make this a really interesting fight, and Sam's going to have to put it on him. And everyone knows that, and Skeete's going to have to stand and fight, but he doesn't mind doing that either. So this is a really, really good trade fight for British boxing, and I'm excited. And the rivalry as well. You know, Queensberry and us. It's something's on the line in this fight, and it makes it enjoyable.
Talk about some of the other fights in the card. Obviously, you've got Calvia Fire, who's going to fight in a eliminator for the world title against Flores.
Moses Flores, yeah. I think he's got one defeat on his record. That's to Carlos Cudros, the Mexican, for the world title. He boxed him for the WBC. Very tough kid. It's a real tough fight for Cal. But he's got to start stepping up now, and I think we've already opened talks with Kono's team about having that fight in the summer. I watched Kono against Kamida. It was one of the best fights I've seen live, but I think Yafai can beat him. He gets hurt to the body as he was in that fight, and Cal's ready. You know, one more fight against Flores, possibly one more, and then straight into the Kono fight. Or if we can get the Kono fight for summer, straight in. Gamal Yafai is in a make or break fight really for his championship career at this stage of his career against Bobby Jenkinson. Jenkinson, who's journeyman, is probably the wrong word, goes out and beats Louis Petit in the copper box.
Once.
Yeah, but he's been people have been sending him everywhere.
Yeah.
So journeyman, I guess what I said, it's the wrong word, but he's been an away fighter, and he had a fight of the year contender with Louis Petit, stopped him, and now he's in with Gamal. It's a really tough fight, by far the toughest fight of his career, and a tough fight for Gamal. Tom Doran's going. Sorry, not Tom Doran. You've got Cello Render against Ben Wilkes, eliminated for the English. You've got Marcus French against Michael Rooney for the for the Midlands lightweight title. You've got Carl Wiggins against Ryan Fields, going to be an absolute war. You've got young Jake Ball, our undefeated lightweight. You've got Luke Keeler from Ireland as well. You've got Zach Parker, you've got Charlie Williams, you've got Jordan Cook, one of Dave Colbert's. It's a packed card again, and I'm excited to come to this new arena.
Has anything happened of any worthy note since I spoke to you on Saturday night?
I left the arena, I drove home. I was saying to someone, when I drove home, it's like, I don't even remember the drive home. Because you've got so many things going through your head.
Shouldn't drink and drive.
You never see me doing that, mate. But it's so much going on in the mind of a dozen different fights and people you've got to speak to. And of course, the night that just taken place. And I drove home and just, got home at 1:30. My missus had some family round. They had a curry, but they over-ordered. And what happened was there was some lasagna in the fridge, right? So I've gone in, I've got the lasagna. This is about 1:45 in the morning. You got time for this story?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because you look really bored.
No.
I'm not boring you, and the people.
No, go on.
So I had the lasagna, put it in the microwave, took it out, put some Tabasco on it because I like that, little black pepper. Went upstairs, got upstairs, and my missus woke up and says, "Just to let you know, there's curry in the fridge for you." I went, "Oh, you're joking," because I was starving when I got in. I thought, I said, "I've just had some lasagna."
Sorry.
So then I laid down in bed, and all I could think was there's people talking to me in my head. It was no longer about the boxing, it was just this bloke saying curry, curry, curry. And I knew it was butter chicken as well, which is one of my favourites to dip the naan in. So I was just thinking butter chicken, and this other bloke was going, "Listen, fat nuts, you've just had a lasagna, shh." And he was going, "Butter chicken, but dip it in with a naan bread." So I got up and I demolished that as well. Then I couldn't sleep. Then I had one of those Lindt chocolate bunnies. Then it was about 3:30 in the morning. And then my kids woke me up at about 7:15. And then went round my old man's house. Was on the phone a lot of the afternoon, sorting Joshua's stuff out. There's so much going on at the moment, so much. Obviously we're building the April 9th card. You've got Quigg Frampton coming up. She announced Ryan Burnett in a big fight there against Anthony Settle for the WBC international title, and about to announce another couple of fights for the February 27th card as well. Obviously this press conference today, we've got Liverpool press conference tomorrow. It's absolutely non-stop, but we're loving it, Coop. We're loving it, and we're excited.
Joshua opponent expected to be named this week, yeah?
Yeah, probably Thursday or Friday. So.
Okay. All right, well, thank you for that curry story.
I know. Sorry if it bored you.
No,
you asked me, did anything happen between when we interviewed you and today?
Vague, yeah. I mean, boxing related, but
quite a lot.
Good.
But
all right, Ed.
All right, mate.
Just from the Apple TV.
There's a lot of people who are talking about your interviewing technique. One, it's like down here, and the other one, I don't know if you know, when you interview, you go like this.
I like that though.
Someone said they get motion sickness when they watch your videos. Mike, what are you doing?
He's going to disappear in a minute, mate, through the ground floor. Don't worry about that.
Start buffing his shoes.
Cheers.
All right, mate.